I'm so tired. So today we're gonna be wrapping up the remaining chapters of Until Dawn. Until Disney. We got a 7, 8, 9, and finally 10. But if you haven't seen the first video, which provides all of the context for this video, I'm gonna put that up on the screen right now. Go watch that. Indulge upon it. But if you're feeling dangerous, stay. Alright, so just so we're all on the same page, Mike is fumbling around in Arkham Asylum looking for what could be a very sinister specimen. Jessica has fallen all the way down into the dark abyss, aka the mines. She was alive, but no one's heard from her since. Matt is probably safe in the cave somewhere after dropping the dead weight that was Emily. Yeah, the whole fire tower fell on her, bro. But she's alive, unfortunately. Sam got lured into the basement and abducted. Josh, and finally, after getting knocked out once, Chris and Ashley made the smartest choice they could make in their situation, to travel down 30 miles into the basement. I don't know why they did this, bro. I know Sam is down there, but it's like, bro, they got kidnapped like 30 minutes ago. No time has passed. I don't know what they thought would happen. I genuinely don't know. No weapons, no plan. Let's just go down to this dark hole where the killer could be. It'll be fine. It wasn't fine. Now they're in a jigsaw trap that I refuse to save either one of them from. Now you're probably wondering what happened with that whole situation. Well, we got some hiccups first. Mike found his way back to the cabin, found Sam, helped her get out. Conveniently, right? The psycho guy left her a backpack full of clothes. Now she's dripped out. Neither one of them has any idea what's going on for real. Lucky for them, they're about to find out what's going on because super duper conveniently, they open one door and find Chris and Ashley alive. Damn it. The slasher guy is circling around them, doing the villain speech and everything. Chris tries to shoot him, but the gun was full of blanks. I just found out though that blanks can still be lethal, especially at close range. Now, maybe these blanks are like ultra blanks, but if not, probably wouldn't play around with this one right here, bro. I'm not doing it. We're not doing it. It's like that one scene in John Wick 2 where they're firing like the silencers, but in reality, silencers are still pretty loud. You don't care. But now Chris is confused, Ashley is confused, Sam and Mike are in the back watching this unfold, and I know I probably said this before, but the way they hype up the story, get us to a crazy point, and then throw you into something completely different just to build up that and then dip after, it's like insane. It's like this cycle of like building up the hype and then leaving. They just do it over and over and over. I don't appreciate it. I'm not a fan of it. This has to be the luckiest woman on the planet. She fell from a fire tower into the mines and somehow her leg got tied up in some rope and now she's dangling over a chasm. There's simply no way. I'm not going for it. Like, this is like actual witchcraft, bro. Burn her. But the tower is still falling, bro, and the rope is getting ready to fold. So we swing to a nearby ladder just as the rope snaps. She climbs to safety, but the second she lands, the tower is ready to plummet. And see, bro, look at this, bro. Emily is sitting at the very edge of the cliff watching it fall. A rock bangs up her knee like, bro, move. But that whole thing comes crashing down. Cool, that's over. Now we gotta walk through the mines with Emily, like, bro. Big reveal. Nah, walk through the mines. But nothing really happens at this point, so we can really wrap it up. We find an elevator and go up. Now, I thought we were home free. I thought she was gonna get to the surface and then water her way back to the cabin. Emily sees the guy that Mike was following around in the sanitarium. She hides and just look at the square thing, bro. It's trying to ruin me. I'm not moving at all. I'm not. Like, I'm so still right now. Doesn't matter anyway because I passed that and she still ends up running away. We could have just ran from the start. If we were just gonna do this, run, bro. She skirts down the cavern, jumps over some gaps. They give me the prompt to throw the torch on some oil. I did it, but I regret that immediately because bro has a flamethrower. He doesn't care about fire. But it's cool because we could choose to hide in this little divot in the cavern, right? Thing is though, this is a horrible hiding spot. Like, we see you, gang. And then look at this. There's a hole right there in the gate. Like, I see, we could have fit through that. Like, it's right there.
Josh. Josh.
Oh, very good. Every one of you got my name. And after all you've been through, good. I mean, how does that feel, right? How does it feel? Do you enjoy feeling terrorized, humiliated? I mean, panicked? All those emotions that my sisters got to feel 1 year ago? Only guess what? They didn't get to laugh it off. No, they're gone.
All right, guys, haha. It was all a prank. I have so many questions, bro, but I ain't gonna lie. Josh is kind of in the right, bro. I mean, he's wrong, obviously, he's wrong, but he's right. They got his sisters yeeted off a cliff, bro. Like, what What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? I don't even know why they came back to these mountains anyway. Like, it's only been a year. The block is still hot. That's crazy. And I can 100% see him being super angry and going insane and planning revenge. And I guess he didn't technically really hurt anybody. I mean, you can get Ashley. But other than that, like, he really didn't really hurt him that bad. But looking at it all, bro, I mean, he did kind of fail horribly with this plan, though. The only people that he actually pranked, quote unquote, Josh only really got Sam, Ashley, and Chris. Brother, Sam already really felt bad. Didn't even really contribute to the actual prank for real. And Chris was on the couch knocked out with you. In fact, they vandalized his face. They got the permanent marker out, started going crazy. I would have tied him up and left him in the forest for the bears or something. You know what I'm saying? That would be my prank. Ashley is the only one in here who was actively in on it that Josh pranked. Like, bro, he sent Mike and Jess away to the guest cabin. Emily and Matt have been doing side quests all day. The most he did to them was bust up the lift station and like, ooh, scary, spray paint. You got like all the main offenders out the house. And then like, what if everybody was chill at the cabin, right? And he didn't have to send them off anywhere. Because what I've seen is not enough for 8 people. But other than that, right, I see the plan, I see the vision. But when I first saw this reveal, it gave me a sense of dread because, okay, this reveal solves everything but nothing at the same time. Josh is crazy and dedicated, sure, but he's not cutting down a fire tower with his friends in it. There is zero way that he yoinked Jessica through a window and ran off of her through the woods. The flamethrower guy, he has a pack of wolves and flamethrowers, is low-key armed to the teeth out there living in the sanitarium. Why? And bro, Josh is over there rambling like a lunatic. We're not getting anything out of him, really. And by this point in the story, it's possible for Matt and Jess to die. So if you got those storylines, you're probably wondering what the hell is going on. What is Josh cooking? So either Josh has gone completely off the deep end and there's stuff that we still don't know about him, or there's other people in these mountains hunting us down. Then Josh says, man, you're all gonna be internet sensations. I taped the whole event. It's gonna be like a live stream video and things of that nature. Little bit of editing, a good thumbnail. Oh, we're gonna be famous, brother. You abducted and psychologically tormented your friends. 3 of them are missing at this point. 2 of them could possibly be dead. This might not be the W you think it is, gang. Now, this would make a hell of a Netflix true crime documentary, though. Add in all of that Hannah and Beth stuff and that whole unsolved case. Oh yeah, you got a slam dunker right there. But Josh doesn't know that Jess, Matt, and Emily are missing. He's jubilant right now. So Mike drops the bomb that Jessica has succumbed to the vibes of the wasteland. He's like, how? Like I'm saying, like how, brother? Josh says he knows nothing about that there information. But at this point, Mike is finished, bro. He goes over and smacks bro with the gun. A little later, we see Mike and Chris dragging Josh through the woods. The woods. They say they're gonna take him to the shed over here, tie him up, wait till morning, and then hopefully that evacuation comes. Doesn't make any sense though. Like it's freezing out here, bro. It's freezing. Like nobody's been inside, nobody's really been by the fire or none of that. And I don't think they even know that the rescue team is for sure coming for them. Emily and Matt made that call. And do you remember what happens immediately after? They don't have a phone or radio, bro. So the only way out of here is the lift. And come to find out later, Josh has the key, so they can just take it off him. Really, they could go right now. But I guess right now they think everything's gonna be fine. But in reality, if Emily never made that call, it'd be... I think this is a plot hole. So I end up going on this like long tangent trying to figure out what the hell is going on in the story after this point, right? Because basically I think it's a major plot hole that they just did not fix or think about with this remake. But all I had to say was this, right? They can leave whenever they want at this point, right? There is no reason for them to be staying on the mountain right now. Like, brother, they can just go to the lift and head down, or that's what they should be thinking that they can do. Because remember, Emily and Matt are the only people that have seen that the lift station is like all spray painted over and busted up and that the key is missing. This group does not know that. There is zero reason for them not to be heading over to the lift. Now, of course, they're gonna find out that the key is missing, but that should just prompt them to go over to Josh because they have Josh. Josh took the key, bro, and they should be trying to get that key off of him right now. And I don't know why they're not doing that. But yeah, bro, that's it. Like, either I'm missing some key information or they're just being stupid right now. Then Josh randomly remembers that Chris, or I, chose Ashley over him at the saw blade debacle. Starts going off about how Ashley will never love him and that she'll be better off of a real man like Mike over there. Yeah, we're watching in real time as the empathy part of his brain shuts down completely. Chris doesn't take too kindly to that. Starts raising a piece of wood at him saying, why, yada. But Mike says,
Daddy, chill.
Now Josh is gonna get on Mike, asking him how Jess died because Josh says that he doesn't remember hurting her. And Mike gives a vague, oh, you know what happens. It's like they're doing everything imaginable to not get down to the bottom of the situation. I don't know where their heads are at, but they gotta lock in. Like, bro, what is the plan here? What are we doing? Like, still, no one has brought up Emily or Matt. It's just, yeah, we'll tie him up and wait. And Josh is still playing, saying, Mike, I think I'd remember killing Jessica because she had that level 10,000 yada on her. Mike tweaks out, points the gun at Josh, says, why, yada. I then get the option to disarm Mike or hit Josh. Listen, I support the plan, his hustle. I see the get back. Still mad about it. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, you had me running around for hours, bro. Hours. Mike is like, man, Chris, I was just trying to scare him. I wasn't actually gonna shoot him. You know me better than that. Nah, I really don't. You've been pretty one note for the majority of this game. Like, I don't know you, gang. I don't know what you got going on in that dome of yours. So if Josh knocked out, you know, no more problems on our hands. They think it's cool. Mike says that he'll stay tonight with Josh in the shack and that Chris can go back to the cabin. I know I keep talking about the cold, but why do they choose to keep Josh in this shack away from the cabin? Like, bro, it's freezing out there, bro. That coat ain't doing nothing for Mike. And Josh is knocked out and going crazy. His entire body chemistry is out of whack. There are a million rooms in that house that we can keep him in and take shifts watching him or something. It's not like he's that dangerous. Like, all it took was one smack across the face and he was on the ground. Twice. Look at him. He's light work. And with Mike and Josh here and everybody else in the cabin, see, now we're split up again for no reason. Why? Bad things keep happening when we're split up. Stop.
Use these and get the hell out of here. Now!
So the flamethrower guy is fighting his demons and Emily has to escape the mines as fast as possible, or so I thought. It's been a minute since I've seen this footage. Like, I thought we were doing a chase for like the whole thing. Oops, no we're not. Before anything major happens, can somebody please tell me what the points of these totems are? I've been picking them up the whole game and they do nothing, bro. Like, you get a half-second flash of a possible future and not one time have these actually helped me or like influenced the choice I've made. If anything, like I see them and then I immediately forget what happened in them. I haven't seen gameplay of this game in years, so I thought that these totems would help to jog my memory and stuff like that. They didn't. Like, I don't know the context for like the majority of these scenes. And the game itself doesn't really throw too many complex choices at you until like the very end, so the answer is usually pretty obvious, especially if you're listening to the dialogue and like paying attention to what's going on in the game, because like after a certain point it can get real messy real quick. So basically the whole totem thing was a waste of time. So Emily ends up getting chased by a literal demon. A couple of quick time events. She drops the damn flare but picks it up. The damn thing is right behind her though as she runs down this pathway. Look at the next choice though. They tried to get me with the left, right, and all that. Now I see that service elevator sign right there. Procession on 10, bro. Hit the left, brother. We get to the elevator and luckily it works. Who the hell is charging this thing up? Good news though. We're outside. Bad news. Bro, I'll start knocking down barrels and everything. Oil comes out of one. There's a flare. It went to waste though. Like, what is this tiny fire gonna do? Explode like last time. Emily then hops on this conveyor belt, and for some reason, the option to jump off of it appears. I'm taking that though, bro, because why would they randomly want me to get off? It's a dead giveaway that something's gonna happen if I stay on it. I was right. There was a hole and there was a grinder inside. You can just jump over it. But if you mess up that random jump, bro, Emily gets cooked right then and there. Straight like blender, just like Josh. We make it inside this building. Emily locks the door and takes a rest right next to the door. Why? I don't know, bro. We are literally still being chased. I don't know what she has cooking up. So then the thing blasts through the doors and bites Emily. And they throw a quick time event out of nowhere. And I thought it was over with for her, bro, but I didn't miss any of the other ones. So she's fine.
Where's that? It's Emma. Shut the door!
Emma, are you all right?
I didn't think that I'd make it.
You were screaming bloody murder.
Okay?
You look totally worried. There was something.
Where's Matt? Come sit down, sit down.
Something's out
Did you guys
there.
split up?
A monster. It's a
Wait.
monster.
So Emily starts explaining how she was being chased by a literal gremlin. And Sam was like, oh no, it was just Josh. Shut up, Sam. Damn, bro. But Emily's like, nah, bro, it's real deal goblins outside. And then she tells them about the tower falling, the mines. I found Beth's head in the mines too. Like, I forgot to mention that. It was so all of a sudden, really. Like, bro, I don't even know why they did that. But Mike comes in after hearing all the commotion, leaving Josh alone, which isn't gonna come back to bite us at all, surely. Now they're all trying to explain to Mike that a monster was chasing Emily, and it's a whole thing. They don't know what's going on. Like, problems after problems after problems. Then a knock comes to the front door, and everybody gets real quiet. Going, who's that? What do we do? Mike has a gun though, so he's like, all right, I'm finna go see who it is. Chris, you open up the door and I'm gonna go. We get to the door and they make me play as Chris again. Like I don't want to be in this body, bro. But I'll tell Mike to give me the blammer, like just to give me it because I'm the main character and all that. Just like let me get it. But he says no because I hit Josh. I don't remember it happening that way. I don't remember that. And you stuck the gun in his face first, bro. Like I was just matching the energy, the vibes. But he won't give it up. So now like I gotta open the door. This is just a pitiful display right here, bro. In terms of aura, Chris was already in the negatives. He owed it. Now Mike is over here letting this trespasser into our estate, shaky with a gun saying, hey, slow down there. Like, what are you doing? Shoot him. Like, did you see how crazy that kick to the door was? That was vicious. Like, he's coming in here with a purpose. Then he snatches the gun right out of Mike's hands. Imagine getting the gun snatched right out your hands, right? Not a single shot fired beforehand. That's gonna be a cool minus 873,000 aura right there. If Sam was watching, I would have went ahead and took all of his aura, but I'm gonna let him have it.
Okay, everybody, just calm down. Now, just move over there. Go on, move. Let me say what I came to say. I'm here to tell you what you're up against being back on this mountain. You should never have returned. I don't know why you did after what happened last year.
You mean with Hannah and Beth?
Yeah, how could you know without being involved?
Or responsible.
You hold on to your horses. I don't take kindly to you kids coming up here to my mountain.
Your mountain. Huh. I'm sure the Washingtons would be very surprised to hear that.
Look at this right here, bro. Look at Mike trying to reclaim his aura, thinking that he just got bro or something. We saw how he had you 5 seconds ago. And now your hands on the hip, nodding your head, looking at everybody else for approval, like we're all gonna co-sign that operation. I don't think so. Hold on to that for a second. The flamethrower guy then goes on to mock them for coming back to these mountains, as they are inhabited by Wendigos. Basically, evil spirit, possessed people, turn them into demons. Very spooky. I'm not searching up any pictures of them to show you because, brother, it is like 2:56 a.m. I am scared. Great choice for a monster, though, because when do we ever get to see Wendigos in movies? Like, we always get werewolves, we get the Draculas, we get the Frankenstein, we get the murder robots. The man is about to explain all of this to them, saying, I'm about to tell you the story of these here woods. And Mike is like, aha, I told you he's guilty. I don't know of what, but it's something. I'm gonna go ahead and take Mike's remaining 24,566 aura. And this time Sam is watching and she tells him to shut up. I gotta do it. That's just the game. So the guy says these Wendigos have been around these mountains for like ever, right? Just causing trouble and whatnot. And then Mike puts all of his twos together, realizing that he could have been taken out at any moment. Then he reminds everybody that we left Josh outside in the shack. Chris stands up like, I must go get him. But the stranger is like, no. Like, bro, there is 0 chance that he's alive. But Chris insists on going to get him. Okay, did he not hear that monsters exist on this mountain? I can't do this no more, bro. I'm gonna start covering movies instead. Where's Spider-Man 4 at, bro? They walk down the hall to the front door where the man gives Chris a shotgun. And he's trying to tell Chris how to use it, but Chris is being Chris, saying, hey, I know how to use it. There is a massive difference between still targets and moving ones. And then there's an astronomical difference between still targets and mythological creatures that shouldn't exist. What is wrong with him? I am so glad that after this part, we don't have to deal with Chris anymore. We don't have to worry about him. We go outside, look for Josh. He's gone. Duh. The guy's like, oh yeah, Wendigos is around, they got him. But anyways, the Wendigos are surely around now. We gotta move like Solid Snake. But it's too late, bro, we're cucks. The flamethrower guy gets slashed. He's done. No question, just like that. Just like that. But yeah, the only reason that man was in this game was to, you know, give us the Wendigo rundown and leave a notebook about the strengths and the weaknesses of the Wendigos. And that was it. Yeah. So Chris runs back to the house. All the while, the Wendigo is trying to dog him. We get right outside the house, but it comes again. So I shoot it, but it lands right in front of Chris. So it's like you can't even run past it. It's looking like it's over for Chris. I'm fine with that. I am. But the man said that the Wendigos are weak to fire, and there just so happens to be a propane tank right there. Why they do that? Who put that right there, gang? I shoot that, it explodes, and that seems to do enough damage to the Wendigo, therefore keeping it away. Chris runs up to the door. Ashley lets him in. He survives. But after this, he doesn't have any important lines in the story. Like, he's like pretty much out. He's just a background character now. He's just there. You want to hear something messed up, though? Okay, if you don't choose to save Ashley at least one time between the 2 Saw sections, she will literally stand near the door as Chris is banging on it and not let him in. I never ever knew about this scene, or maybe I did and I forgot, but to my knowledge, I never knew about it. And it makes Ashley look horrible. Like, what are you doing, bro? I understand her being mad at Chris for choosing himself, but letting him die over it is crazy. Like, you can look up the scene, bro. Like, she's literally standing right there as Chris is banging on the door saying, hey, yo, this monster is after me. Can you unlock it, please? Kind of weird that he doesn't just shoot the door open because it's glass. It wouldn't take that much to just break the glass and just like unlock the door and then come in. I mean, to be completely honest with you, why did they lock the door? The Wendigos have superpowers. The only reason they haven't come in is because the plot hasn't demanded it yet. This isn't the last L thing that Ashley will do either, bro. Like, they're about to destroy her character a little bit. And oh yeah, bro, the Wendigo. Yeah, we see it dragging Josh away in this other scene. So that's 3 characters now that we just don't know the whereabouts on. So the group goes down to the basement. I'm thinking, cool. We just sit here and wait for the rescue team to come. Or it's about to get a little bit out of hand. So Chris tells everybody that the guy didn't make it. Now Mike is looking for a way out of here because he's afraid that the Wendigos will come down here and get us. I mean, yeah, he's probably right, but where else do we go? Those things are everywhere outside. From my memory, there's about, I don't know, 10 of them. Now granted, most of them are locked up, captured. So there's really only 4 that are actually wandering around. But the problem is they don't know that. They really don't know that much about the Wendigos at all, but they do know for sure that one of them is out there and one of them is a major problem. Now, the good thing is the Wendigos are nocturnal, so they're gonna retire to the caves once that sun goes up. So I would say stay put until they are absolutely forced to move, but Mike isn't gonna stay down. He's not gonna do that. So what Mike wants to do is go all the way down to the Wendigos' lair on the assumption that Josh has the key to the lift on him. That doesn't sound like a good plan, bro. Like, I wouldn't do that one. What's really got me though is that we're not even gonna bother to check around the house for the key first. Remember, this is Josh's house. Like, what if he just put the key in the drawer or something? Like, let's go to his room in his house and just check and see if there's anything in there real quick. I'm just saying, like, bro, like, you're talking about going into the lair of unkillable monsters. If we're gonna do that, let's exhaust all other options first, please. Imagine he's alive and he says, oh yeah, I left it in the on the kitchen table. Like, what? You know what? Light spoiler, right? We do end up getting the key to the lift, but in the time that it takes to get the key and come back, the sun is already out and there's a chopper there to rescue them. So all of the crazy stuff that we're about to do from this point on is completely unnecessary. So Mike is like, all right, bet. The Wendigo probably took Josh to his lair, so that's where I'm gonna go to get the key. And since Emily was down there, she's like, hey, yo, it's over here. Plus the stranger guy had it marked on his map, I think. So like, yeah. And Mike doesn't even have to leave the house because it turns out there's a tunnel from the basement all the way to the sanitarium, all the way to the mines.
What is... Huh? What is that?
Ash.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh
It's
my god.
nothing. It just it bit me and
bit you? What bit you?
the Wendigo.
So everybody's freaking out over the bite. I don't even know how they found out about it. Like, she's wearing this leather jacket with fur on it. The bite is so well covered, and I would have assumed that it was a scratch or something. Nobody even noticed it at first. Like, this isn't the first time that they've been up close to Emily. And then how does Ashley even notice that it's a bite? She's looking at Emily from behind. Does she have x-ray vision? And the old man specifically said that the only way to become a Wendigo is for you to nibble on another person. All the devs had to do was have a scene where Emily takes off her jacket and maybe somebody else goes over there to like put some band-aids on it or something. And they're like, hey, yo, is that a bite? Simple fix. Simple, bro. But Ashley is freaking out a little too much. Like, pipe down, bro. It's not that bad. And then Mike is like, nah, you gotta go. That bite could turn you into one of those demons. Sam is being the only rational one, saying that we don't even know if the bite does anything. Emily isn't even sick. She hasn't coughed or anything. Mike whips out the gun and like, bro, what are we doing right now, gang? Put the gun down. Can you imagine surviving this horrific night just to get thrown in Arkham Asylum because you gunned down somebody because maybe they would turn into a monster? After all that, Mike drops the gun and goes to get the key. I don't know why he's not taking it with him. Like, you're going to the... Okay. And while everybody's calming down, Ashley goes over to the stranger's book, picks it up. She does this really weird walk over to it like she's trying to steal it, but nobody cares, bro. Just take the book. She reads it and we find out all kinds of stuff about the Wendigos. Movement and sound alerts them because they're blind. They can't see a damn thing, so all they have is like super hearing. Whenever they die, their spirit is released into the mountains. So it's better to lock them up instead of having the curse freely out there, you know what I'm saying, waiting for somebody to eat a person. But most importantly, the bite does absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's right. Emily is completely fine. I was gonna keep it to myself because I'm tired of the arguing, bro. The blah, blah, blah. But Emily shouldn't have to wonder if she's gonna spontaneously photosynthesized into a xenomorph. So I tell everybody, I tell Emily, bro, she is not a happy camper. Ashley tries to say she's sorry, but Emily says, Ashley, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? But then Sam finds something alarming in the book, and this makes her want to go find Mike. I don't think they ever say what she found in the book, and they also leave the gun on the floor. I don't know why they don't care about their lives. And then there's a scene with Josh and the therapist. I don't care, because the therapist is still in there spitting that nonsense, bro. But in this scene of Josh and the therapist, if you couldn't tell before, all of the therapy sessions take place in Josh's head, or maybe they're real, maybe he just has a horrible therapist. That's a plausible theory, because this therapist is garbage. But this scene in particular, I'm gonna save for later, as it is very pivotal to the end of the game. What I will say is that this scene made me remember something from way back when the game came out. How the only character that I actually felt bad for was Josh, despite the prank. Like, I really felt bad. Like, bro lost his sisters, learns his friends kind of suck, and suffers from extreme psychosis or whatever this is. Bro got his entire life rocked in one night. And yeah, he's still alive in the mines right now, bro, and it is straight up hard to watch. But we'll come back to it later. Wait a damn minute, bro. There's only 2 hours until the sun comes up. What are they doing? Stay in the house. You're telling me they can't avoid the Wendigos for 2 hours? So Mike is back at the sanitarium, and I do not know how. How did these people not catch up to him, bro? He couldn't have been more than 10 minutes away. Bro was wandering around the sanitarium. It's real spooky in here. Wasn't really before, but now there's monsters everywhere. We gotta keep an eye out on that. We go back to the flamethrower guys' place, find an infinite ammo shotgun, a torch, and that wolf from earlier. Bro is just down to follow us for no reason. So we walk even further into the sanitarium than we did before. The wolf starts barking. Mike named the wolf Wolfie. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take about 400 aura off right now, bro. Mike's aura is now in the negatives, bro. You owe it. You hate to see it. As we move through the asylum, we start to find out what happens here and how the Wendigos came to be. I don't really care. Short version. Some people got trapped in the mines, probably ate each other, got brought back to the sanitarium, and the doctor said, hey, let's launch a series of inhuman tests on these people that are slowly becoming more and more inhuman. Didn't work out at all, didn't go their way, maybe next time. Then listen to this, bro. I'm flipping through this file of one of the patients who was turning into a Wendigo, and Mike says this. Jesus hot sauce Christmas. Alright, gang. I've heard everything I need to hear. I'm gonna have to do something that I don't think anybody's ever had to do to another human being ever. I'm gonna have to foreclose on Mike's aura. I have seen and heard too much from Mike in too little time, bro. I fit the limit. I wasn't even planning on putting this in the script. I was just scrubbing through the footage, and this is what I find. I can't let it slide. But the game now needs some action to happen, so we come face to face with Wendigo. Look at these graphics, bro. Like, they really cooked with this one right here. Now, $60 for this remake, bro. That's a little steep, bro. Catch it on sale for about 30. You'll be alright. Me and the dog start running. Mostly me. I don't think they wanted to animate the wolf, so bro randomly disappears for like most of the chase. We get a choice right here though. The flamethrower guy said that not moving makes the Wendigos blind to you, so I really don't think we should be running for extended periods of time. And running down a hall that goes straight forward is just even worse, because now you're trapped, and these things are fast, bro. Like, we really can't even outrun them for real, bro. It's like a bear. Have you ever tried to outrun a bear, bro? It's not gonna go your way. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I'm gonna spoil that story for you. Mike barricades the door. I boom the Wendigo. Hit another door. Lock it. And the dog reappears. And so does another Wendigo. But it hasn't detected Mike or the dog, so we're able to pass it. Hit a little don't move. There is no way they just tried to get me out like that, bro. My heart jumped. Now we're carefully walking through. I do not know where we are anymore. And all of a sudden, Mike almost gets snatched up by a Wendigo. And so we quickly find out that there are a lot of Wendigos captured down here. Now, this has to be what Sam saw in the book, right? Please somebody tell me, because I don't know what other reason she could have for bringing everybody into the sewers to find Mike for. And then he was headed to the Wendigo's lair anyway. So like, what's the difference? Like, he was walking into a crazy situation regardless. But then one of the free Wendigos starts chasing us again. We get to a door, and of course it's locked. And bro over there is geeking. I throw a barrel of oil at him, right? Just in time for another Wendigo to appear. You know what I'm about to do, bro. That right there is what happens whenever a Wendigo dies. That's why they're captured, right? Because whenever you kill a Wendigo, the spirit gets released back into the mountains, meaning that somebody else can get possessed if they eat somebody, and we don't want that to happen, bro. But we got to, because a spirit is a lot easier to deal with than a damn Wendigo running at you. So Mike pushes through the door, locks that hoe. All right, so remember like 3 seconds ago when we saw the spirit fly away? Okay. Notice how there were 2 Wendigos, but we only saw 1 spirit. Mike starts running again, bro. I shoot another locked door, open it. Nah, I'd barricade. Cause what, bro? Like I run away and it obliterates the door before I can even make a slight maneuver to get out of there. Nah, bro, I gotta barricade. However, this choice is not for you. It's for the dog. Mike tells bro to jump down, but he's like, nah, my place is here, and walks away. After beating the game, I went on a straight binge of like seeing the alternate choices and outcomes. If you don't barricade this door, the dog gets snatched up by the Wendigo. But since the dog got away, the Wendigo's right back on me. They put the Wendigo in front of me. They put the barrels in front of me. You know what I'm about to do, bro. I'm about to blow it sky high. That right there would have earned all of Mike's aura back. Too bad we had to close this account. But then we see Jess. In the second to last chapter of the game, we find out that she's, oh wait, man, what the hell is this? No, bro, take me back. Now we're gonna walk around in the sewers. Chris over here says that his leg hurts and that we should leave him here and he'll catch up. He broke his ankle when he was running away from the Wendigo earlier. I really wanted to leave him, but to my surprise, everybody is alive. I thought at least 2 of them would be out of here by now, but everything's just been working out, I guess. Like, we had some hiccups. I gotta take it home now. I'm committed. So I tell Chris to shut up and start walking. We go further, hit a locked door. I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, there it is, right? That's our sign to turn around. But Sam is like, man, Mike must have blocked it. There's gotta be another way. So now I gotta find another way to pass. There's a sewer grate right there. Like we can just open that up. Bro, stop. Like, how do we even know that this sewer will lead us to Mike and not some other place, cave, mine, wherever the hell? May I also remind you of the threat that is the Wendigos, bro. Like, if Mike didn't have that infinite ammo shotgun and conveniently placed barrels all over the place, he would have died. Nobody here has a weapon of any sort, and even if they did, unless it's a flamethrower, it's not doing anything to the Wendigos. There is absolutely zero rational thinking going on here. Like, everybody's just like, yes, we'll do it. Let's go. Ashley is the last one down because we're playing as her right now, so of course, and it's the only way that this devilry could transpire. So as Ashley goes down, she's like, hey Sam, I should probably close this grate, right? You know, just in case of danger. And Sam's just like, yeah, cool. Catch up. I'm like, okay, she's acting kind of strange or whatever, but just close it real quick, go down, and everybody's gone. Yes, even Chris, who was limping. I guess they all ran full speed down the sewer case because there's no way. So I just start walking, looking around for the rest of the group. But here Ashley goes again, being Curious George. We hear a sound that sounds like Jessica off in the distance, so I guess that's what this whole cutscene was about, to set up this right here. And then I get the option to investigate the sound or head to the group. If that is actually Jessica, that's tough because I'm not going. Before this, we literally read, or maybe the guy said, that the Wendigos can mimic human voices and stuff like that. Then 5 minutes later, we hear voices while we're conveniently left alone. From a writing perspective, this is a terrible setup right here, bro. Y'all, you're not even hiding it. This would have been way more believable if they had the whole group here to like talk about whether or not that's Jess, you know, to cause some sort of doubt in your mind. But we don't have that. I see right through the trick. And then listen to this. When we get back to the group, Sam acts like she was worried about us. Sam, no. The other 2 don't even really acknowledge her. Chris likes her. Remember that? You would think that maybe he would stay behind to like wait for her. How did they get so far away? That's literally just what these types of games do. Basically, Ashley, Chris, Matt, Jess, and Emily can all be dead at this point. Sam can be down here by herself. And so what these games do, instead of making unique dialogue options for every single possible outcome, is just having the characters be oddly detached from the situation, and it's really weird. It's very uncanny to watch. Mike, Sam, Josh, Jess, and Matt are the only ones protected by the plot right now, so they actually get real lines and stuff like that. These 3, however, they're abandoned, bro. But I also did something else, just for vibes, for giggles. I've looked all over for a clip of Ashley actually investigating the voice instead of coming back. Of course, she gets annihilated. It was a Wendigo. But my issue is, no one ever asks where Ashley is if she disappears. I can't find it. If Ashley dies, every single video I see, literally nobody ever says anything. You can have Chris there. Chris likes her a lot. If she disappears, he doesn't say anything. Nobody says anything. It's like she was never there. I'm not asking for a whole freak out or anything, bro. I'm just looking for a little line that says, hey yo, where's Ashley at? We don't even get that. This game is really intense in the final hours, but some stuff, it's like you just gotta turn your brain off for. So we get to a wall of rocks, right? The only way to get past it is to climb it. I'm gonna spoil it for you, bro. This team is not built for that. Sam looks at them and says, you guys can head back. I got this one. I'll find Mike, bring him back. And they don't debate her or anything. They don't say, hey, it could be dangerous going by yourself. Do you want to make a spear or something, like out of some rocks? Anything like that? No, they're just like, bye, Sam. Take care. So Sam goes through the caves. This bridge has been stable for years, decades. The second we come down here, cave in. Otherwise, it's a chill walk till we find Mike busting through a door with a flaming Wendigo on his head. I go in for the... But then the second little thing, it wouldn't stop moving around. I couldn't hit the angles. So now Mike has to get it for me. And since it's on fire, literally their only weakness, that was enough to send it to the shadow realm. And they're both just like, okay, yeah, just go down to the lair, get the key. Now this right here is the last time that the therapist appears. Good riddance. Get him out of here. However, Josh is tweaking out in the mines, and he's really losing it down there. He's seeing visions of his sisters and everything. He needs an extraction. His sisters are in there talking crazy too.
Why didn't you save us, Josh? Why did you want us to die?
Okay, Beth, like we can break it down right there, right? I will argue with the dead. Josh was drunk, knocked out. There was nothing he could do. How about you tell Hannah to not fall for that stupid prank before we get lit? Maybe be gullible before the party starts. Let's try that. And didn't I make Beth drop Hannah? If anybody's in the wrong, it's Beth. But they don't want to have that conversation, right? They want to blame it all on me. Hannah is dumb, Beth is selfish, and Josh is an alcoholic. That's all it was. So while Josh is losing it, Sam and Mike are having a chat in the mines. Mike tells Sam about all the Wendigo stuff that we found in the sanitarium, and they figured that the Wendigos were at least 80 years old. Getting down to the lore for real. Speaking of lore, I found Hannah's diary in the mines while they were wading through this dirty, disgusting cold water. It's not the diary from the beginning, it's a new one. Yeah, that's right. Hannah survived the fall, but she couldn't find a way out because probably broke her back, legs, ankles, all that. But as time went on, she got hungry. Really hungry. And the only thing edible in the mines was Beth. So Hannah's a Wendigo. In fact, she's the main Wendigo that's been hunting them all night. It's poetic. As this journal goes on, it gets more and more incoherent. She says she can't feel the cold. She can't feel pain. She's getting stronger. And the next page after that is straight chicken scratch. They can't believe this information, but nothing we can do about it except find Josh and get out of here. Now, eventually, we do find a room with the flamethrower guy hung up like a prize trophy. And depending on how many people die, this whole room could be strung up with all of them, bro. It could be a horrific sight. And there's Josh in the next room tweaking out bad. We walk up to him, and it's like we're not even there. Bro is fighting demons.
What's the matter with him?
He's tripping or something. Josh!
Mike!
Josh! Hey, man.
Don't hit me, please.
Well, you were deep in it, man. Full mental jacket.
We didn't think we'd get you back.
Yeah, Josh is not there. We gotta find a way out of here fast. Mike asks Josh for the key to the lift, and he's like, oh yeah, it's right here. All we gotta do is get back to the surface. Sam looks up, boom, surface. It's right there. She says, oh, that's perfect. We can just climb out of here. We? Like French? You are the only experienced rock climber here. Josh is in complete delirium, and Mike has to be exhausted after all the running, the cold, the explosions. We're not making it up there, gang. I don't get any choice in the matter, though. Sam is like, well, I can just go tell the group that we're okay. No, you can't. Yeah, you'll be okay, sure, but Mike will have to navigate the mines with Josh and Wendigos wandering around. If she was just gonna leave Mike to it, what was the point of leaving the basement in the first place? Why fumble now? She can at least take the key to the lift and get everybody else down the mountain, because even if he didn't have Josh, the chances of Mike not making it back down are astronomical, because our ops are literally the types of monsters that you would find in a Doom game. I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm out of touch with the storylines, the writings, the hidden meanings, and all that. So Sam leaves through the hole, leaving both of them down here. At least down here, we know what path we took, and that we can just retrace our steps and be back at the cabin. She's about to be in some random spot, bro. Okay, all right. No, it's not okay. No, it's not all right, because Mike and Josh run into trouble within seconds. I told you, bro. Like, look at how fast things went wrong. Not that it matters anymore, because look, we're with Matt now. They be happening too fast and out of nowhere sometimes, bro. Like, Matt is all right though, and Jess is a mess. She can barely stand. She's wobbling around. It's not looking good. She starts telling Matt how she fell in the mines and the monsters. That's a bet. We gotta go. So we start making our way back to the surface, but then we hear a sound in the dark, and it's either run or hide. Yeah, nah. I can already tell by the way that Jessica is walking. She's not running anywhere. So we get in there, right? Do the don't move. Let the Wendigo pass. and it does. But at the last second, Jessica wants to fall over, bro. Thank God I got her, because come to find out, if you lose, if you misclick this button, she gets cooked out of nowhere, and it's not over for them yet, bro. Nah, brother. They go down the cave a little bit, but the Wendigo is still searching the area, and Jess is getting even slower. So slow that the next option is to either hide together or abandon her. I'm a hide though. Like, can you imagine? Like, nah. What if Jess passed out and she fell off the mountain right here? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? While that was happening, Sam was having her own run through the woods until we get back to the cabin, and sure enough, it's locked again. She's screaming to be let in, but everyone is in the basement right now. That's not happening. And luckily, the only thing that finds her out there is Mike. How the hell did he find his way out of the mines? A way that would lead back to the surface outside of the cabin. Shouldn't he be walking through the sanitariums? I don't. They can have it. They got it. You got it.
How do you rate our chances of survival?
I'm trying not to think about it.
We can't have anything in these damn mountains, bro. And look at that right there. Chris's leg sure is fine now, ain't it? So I go to lock the door, and the Wendigos wait patiently for me to do so. Sam runs up the stairs into the front room, and damn. I guess while we were walking down the stairs, the hand of Wendigo broke into the house because there's no way, bro. You know how this goes, bro. If anybody moves even a little bit, we're getting the quiet place treatment. It's getting so crazy in here that the Wendigos have turned on each other. The hand of Wendigo straight throws another one into the fireplace, causing a gas leak. And this right here is where it gets confusing, where a lot of people messed up at. Everyone that you've managed to keep alive at this point is at risk. Sam and Mike are coming up with a plan, but they're silent because one word and it's GG's. And so you have to figure it out by the camera pans and body language. Basically, the house is filling up with gas, so Mike pops the light bulb, and all we gotta do is flip the light switch, and boom, the Wendigos cease to exist. The problem that a lot of people I've seen have is that they basically forget that the Wendigos react on movement and sound. The option to simply run to the switch is always there. So a lot of people see that and they dart off to it off rip, but you don't want to hit that switch because everyone is in the house. In my case, literally everybody is in this house right now. What you have to do is choose the distract and hide options whenever you can until Emily, Chris, Ashley, and Mike leave the building. And to be fair, the game really doesn't explain this at all. And this is really the only section in the game that gets this complicated. Like whenever there was danger before, you get like 2 people to watch over max. Now it's 5. And they're throwing these back-to-back don't breathe section at you, bro. It's crazy. It's critical. But if you get the first 2 choices right, I think the next ones are just a given. Just don't mess up that don't breathe and you'll be fine. And I was able to wait everybody out and hit that damn switch. So Josh turned into a Wendigo, bro. It didn't go his way. It didn't go his way. But hold, the remake did add 2 new endings to the game, but they're dependent on if you saved Sam and Josh. Josh's ending is one that a lot of people thought should have been in the game to begin with. Like, you could be as nice to him as possible, find Hannah's diary in the mines, because yeah, you need that. If you don't get the diary, the Wendigo would just kill him. I don't know how that correlates, but so in the original game, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. The remake adds a new ending where Josh is sane enough to not eat anybody until he's rescued. All you have to do is like be nice to him. I couldn't get the ending because I hit him with the plank, or at least I think that's what did it. But all you have to do, I'm assuming, is be nice, don't attack him. That therapy section that I skipped over earlier, there should be an option to have him say he's sorry for the prank. And then what you want to do is get Hannah's diary in the mines. And finally, do not let anybody die. If Josh finds out that anybody dies, he'll blame himself and it'll ruin his psyche, bro. I was gonna go back and get the ending, but I heard a lot of people say that they do all that stuff to the T and the ending still doesn't trigger, like they don't get that I'm sorry option with the therapy section. You know how mad I would be if I went back and did all that stuff and then still didn't get it? I would be furious. The second ending, this one is here to set up Until Dawn 2, I think. It's just Sam in her room sometime later. She has this like really weird scratch on her arm. It's glowing yellow. I don't like that. There's even some prescribed pills on the table next to her, so she's probably having some mental issues after all of this. The scene ends with the therapist guy. Hell no, keep him out of the next game. I don't want it. He calls her name and everything goes black. Yeah, so whenever Until Dawn 2 comes out, I'm gonna be there, probably day one. What would it even be about though? Like, my theory is that Sam might be turned into a Wendigo. Like, at several points in the story, we can see the released Wendigo spirits passing through Sam. Like, she just happens to be in the way. So maybe she picked up some residual Wendigo energy or something, bro. I don't know, bro. But listen, bro, we're gonna be on Infamous 1 next. Then we're going back to The Walking Dead with the season 3. I'm gonna go ahead and put that Walking Dead playlist up, bro. So if you're new to the channel, watch all that, get caught up. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here.